So guys, like, subscribe, and share, right? Thank you.
Onye nwe anyị ka Chineke dị ike niile gọzie ụlọ nna na nwa na mmụọ nsọ. Listen to news updates on Ebonadi 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles 6 o'clock a.m. p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are in Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM news update today, Wednesday, the 14th day of June 2023, and the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifan Shuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines. Anambra government rescues teenage girl locked up, stabbed by stepfather for months. Residency as gunmen in military uniform invade Imo State villages. PDP lawmaker emerges speaker in Labour Party-dominated Enugu Assembly. Governor Nwifuru warns politicians on visits to Ebonyi government house. Kanu, Delta Assembly, 6 others elect speakers. Political persecution. Trump launches fresh tirade after historic federal indictment. Now, details. Anambra government rescues teenage girl locked up, stabbed by stepfather for months. The Anambra State Ministry of Women and Social Welfare has rescued a 17-year-old girl from her father, Sunday Eze, who allegedly tied her hands and feet and locked her up for a month without food. Mrs. Ife Obinabo, Commissioner for Women and Social Welfare, told journalists on Tuesday in Oka that the girl, who hails from Nise in Oka South local government area, is the stepdaughter of the suspect. Obinabo said the victim had been taken to Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University Teaching Hospital, Amako, Oka, for medical diagnosis and treatment. According to her, the ministry was tipped off by some indigenous of Nise that the suspect, Sunday as a traditionalist, allegedly maltreated and locked up his stepdaughter. Due to the sensitivity of the case, the ministry collaborated with the local vigilante to rescue the girl and apprehend the accused before handing him over to the police. The girl sustained a lot of injuries in all parts of her body and as a result was billed for emergency surgery in the head. The surgery was successful and she is recuperating at the pediatrician ward of the teaching hospital, she said. The commissioner stated that the state had zero tolerance for any form of crime or abuse against children, adding that offenders will be made to face the wrath of the law. Residents flee as gunmen in military uniform invade Imo State villages. Some gunmen in military uniform have invaded some villages in Adakam community in Ezite, Mbise local government area of Imo State. This was confirmed to newsmen by sources from the community who claimed that the invasion was instigated by the traditional ruler, Eze Nkwocha. Recall that newsmen reported last December that people of the community staged a protest against their traditional ruler, Eze Obi Nkwocha, over his alleged high-handedness in the community. The aggrieved members of the villages that make up the community had warned Eze Nkwocha to change his style of leadership in the community regarding security, protection of village roads and infrastructure, management of community resources, and respect for the rule of law, amongst others. They had threatened that if things did not change, the residents of the villages would have no other option but to initiate certain measures that would lead to his removal as their traditional ruler or break away from the Adakam autonomous community. PDP lawmaker emerges speaker in Labour Party-dominated Enugu Assembly. A lawmaker representing Udi North constituency, Uche Ugwu, has emerged as Speaker of the Enugu State House of Assembly. Mr. Ugwu, who is a member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), became Speaker despite being in minority party. Newsmen gathered that the Labour Party has 14 members, while the People's Democratic Party has 10 members. Despite forming a majority, the Labour Party could not produce the Speaker due to the provisions of the law, which stipulates that only ranking members can be Speaker or Deputy, and all the Labour Party members are first-timers. He was nominated for the position of the Speaker by the Ilo Abuchi Aniago, the lawmaker representing Nkano West State constituency, and seconded by Chukwudi Nwankwo, the member representing Ogu South constituency. There was no other nomination, prompting the clerk to declare Mr. Ugwu the new speaker to replace the immediate past Speaker of the House, Uchenna Obosi. The lawmaker representing Igbo Etiti East constituency, Ezenta Ezane, was also elected Deputy Speaker of the 8th Assembly. Governor Winfrey warns politicians on visit to Ebonyi Government House. The Ebonyi State Governor Francis Winfrey on Tuesday cautioned politicians on frequent congratulatory visits to government officials in the state. Winfrey gave the warning while swearing in the new secretary to the state government, Professor Grace Umezurike in Abakaliki. The governor, who Professor Emmanuel Eshiegu, said the government activities will pick up after the inauguration of commissioners. He said, "We will hit the ground running and stop visitations, which we have used the past 2 weeks to do. We mean business, and we must deliver our promises to the people as contained in the manifesto of the All Progressive Congress, APC." He stressed that his government has the capacity to provide good governance in the state and promised to pay attention to women in fulfillment of his campaign promises. I assure the new SSG of my corporation as women have become the fulcrum of my administration. This is unusual, but it is a good development for the state, he said. The governor revealed that he would swear in commissioners on June 20th. Kanu, Delta Assembly, 6 others also elect speakers. The lawmaker representing Rogo constituency, Jibrin Fagor, was on Tuesday elected the Speaker of the 10th Kano State House of Assembly, who is of the new Nigerian People's Party, was nominated by Lawal Hussaini of Dala constituency, while Musa Kashoko, representing Takai constituency, seconded the nomination. The lawmaker representing Remi constituency, Muhammad Butu, emerged as the Deputy Speaker of the Assembly. In Sokoto State, the member representing Bodinga North, Tuko Bala, was elected the Speaker of the Assembly. The House, which consists of 30 members with 20 from the All Progressive Congress and 10 from the People's Democratic Party, also elected Kabiru Ibrahim from Kwale constituency in the Kwale local government area as Deputy Speaker. Bala and Ibrahim were elected unopposed during the inauguration of the 10th Sokoto Assembly on Tuesday. Also, Ezeta Ezani of Igbo West constituency emerged as the Enugu State House of Assembly Deputy Speaker following his nomination by Jane Ene of Ogu North constituency. In Adamawa, the state lawmaker representing Hong constituency, Batai Wesley, emerged as the Speaker of the 8th Assembly. Wesley was also elected unopposed, becoming the first person with disability to be elected as Speaker of the legislature in Nigeria. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Political persecution. Trump launches fresh tirade after historic federal indictment. Bedminster, New Jersey. Donald Trump has used the historic federal charges against him to racket up his presidential campaign. The indictment as political persecution designed to stop him from winning the 2024 election. Hours after he pleaded not guilty to 37 counts related to the mishandling of classified documents, Trump also launched a fresh tirade against Special Counsel Jack Smith, the former war crimes prosecutor who was appointed by the Justice Department to oversee the investigation, branding him as deranged thug. This is called election interference and yet another attempt to rig and steal a presidential election, he said. More importantly, it is political persecution like something straight out of the fascist or communist nation. The 30th the 30-minute speech made alongside a fundraising event at Trump's New Jersey golf course capped off another extraordinary day in American politics. 5 hours earlier, Trump had become the first former U.S. president to be arraigned on federal criminal charges, paving the way for a potential trial and explosive possibility of a jail term. But in a room full of loyalists on Tuesday night, including conspiracy theorists, family members, and members of Congress, the incendiary Republican remained as defiant as ever, telling the crowd, I am the only one who can save this nation because you know they are not coming after me, they are coming after you, and I just happen to be standing in their way. I will never be weak, he added. We will take back our country and will make America great again. Most of the charges Trump faces related to the willful retention of classified materials in violation of the Espionage Act, a national security law that has been used to target leakers of government secrets, which comes within a maximum 10-year jail term. This is where we draw the curtain on news update on Ebon at the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headline. Anambra government rescues teenage girl locked up, stabbed by stepfather for months. Residents flee as gunmen in military uniform invade Imo State villages. PDP lawmaker emerges speaker in Labour Party-dominated Enugu Assembly. Governor Nwifuru warns politicians on visit to Ebonyi Government House. Kanu, Delta Assembly, 6 other elect speakers. Political persecution, Trump launches fresh tirade after historic federal indictment. This is where we draw the curtain. You just listen to news update on Ebon at the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Ekeze. Thank you for listening to Ebon at the 103.5 FM news update this morning. Once again, good morning.
Listen to news updates on Ebona 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebona FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that people are looking for a new Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM. To be or not to be? Do you have acting skills? Do you have what it takes to be on the spotlight in acting? Here is the opportunity you have been waiting for. Babuwa Production presents audition for the radio drama Eriko on Ebona 103.5 FM. For more information on how to register and feature, visit Ebona 103.5 FM inside European Residency Hotel Ubidi opposite Omunike Boys, or you call 080-391-670-49. Don't miss out. Ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. Let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebona DFM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio. From 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Getting your morning inspired, be informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive. Make it a date with Martin Efanshuku, aka Meta,
and Crazy, aka Emenari, aka Classy.
From Monday to Friday, from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on the morning drive. 106.5
Okay, guys, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.